Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another straight up toy review. Yeah, I'm stoked on Superman, and I recently picked up a couple of Superman toys, and I had to get this SpinMaster Epic Strike Superman, mostly because of this leg squeezing feature right here, which I love. I remember having lots of fun times with my DC Superpowers Superman from way back in the day. I actually just ordered one off of eBay because the one from my childhood has been long gone for many, many years. And with me being all hyped on Superman, I had to get it. And with this having not the same leg feature, but a similar leg squeeze feature right here, I wanted to pick this up for nostalgia's sake. Anyway, it looks pretty cool so far. It's out of the packaging. Anyway, it's got the Try Me right over there. You can see the Corn Sweat Superman, and we have our Action Comic Superman right over there. And then on the back, you can see the other characters that you could pick up from this line. Get the Superman logos on the side right over there, and not much more at the bottom. So let's get to it and crack this thing open. And if you're trying to get your DC toys or DC figures, you can do so at
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
So here is the toy out of the packaging, and this thing is silly. Bear with me, you guys. This is the last one of these I'm doing. I'm stoked on Superman. I don't normally talk about toys like this, but again, I think the last one I got right here was the Namor figure that does that, and this has this whole function right here. So you can just squeeze the legs and, you know, make Superman punch, which is like, okay. Very cool. Get the cloth cape right over there on the back. I mean, it's just kind of silly because you could only have him posed like this if you want him standing around, which is really weird, just having that arm up all the time. You cannot articulate this downward or else it just pops back into place. He has two open hands for holding these effect pieces, but it's like, dude, if there were fists and you could wrap them around the fists a different way, that would have been a little bit cooler. So technically you're supposed to have these attached. And by the way, let's get a close look. They do look pretty cool with the translucent blue, you know, so these effects, you know, look pretty neat. But yeah, he just holds on to them. They have a peg that sticks into the hand, so you could have this right over here. I guess you could put it on either side. I didn't even bother to check if it fits on one side better than the other. I'm figuring out this extra piece being on the outside might be better. I don't know. What do you think? No, it works fine just like that. Okay, and now there they go on the figure, and yeah, it's kind of goofy looking, but yeah, there you go. So you can still squeeze the legs. Now he is... he's just throwing haymakers left and right. Look out, Lex. There we go. All right, so, you know, I guess it's fun. You know, I used to like this feature right here with my older DC Superpowers figures back in the day, but I don't know. I liked with those, you could get them to rest, which, again, you know, I showed off, I had the basic figure over here that I picked up, and I recently acquired the DC Superpowers version of the Corn Sweat Superman, which does not have the leg squeeze feature, which I'll show off my G1 version of Superman in a moment. But let's get a closer look at the head sculpt, which actually doesn't look that bad. Now, the paint applications are dull as hell. There's like barely any paint apps, but you get a little bit of peach on the mouth. The eyes are painted, eyebrows look good, the hair actually looks solid, no color variation of course, and the sculpt gets very, very lumpy over here, so, you know, it's definitely not the best, but, you know, for a cheap little kid's toy, it's not bad. And then looking at the cape right here, you can see you get the crest, the shield logo right there, nice soft cape right there. You can see screws and ports, wow, quad butt ports right over there. And yeah, you can see some of the texturing throughout on the suit. Makes it pop a little bit, you know. Doesn't look too bad with the sculpted detail in there. The arms look okay. Yeah, so we're getting some nice sculpted details throughout, but no real paint shading or anything. There's the shorts. And then, yeah, the boots look pretty sweet over here. I like the design of this suit, man. I do. And then nice little wrinkles around the ankles over there. No peg holes at the bottom of the feet at all, though. Damn, I really wish he could get in a neutral pose. It's just so weird, and his arm is always broken when you try to. So it's just silly, but hey, the symbol's all painted and sculpted right here, so that's pretty nice. I like that. The head actually has articulation. It's the only point of real articulation on the figure. The wrists don't turn. I guess you could rotate the elbows around. Rotate the elbows, rotate the head, and that's it. And to measure out the height of this Epic Strike Superman, you can see he is standing right at about 6 inches tall, maybe just a tad taller. Here's Epic Strike Superman next to the basic Superman figure from the Robot number 4 Collect-A-Build wave, and this figure is like $8 or $10. This guy is like $15. Damn, I just think this is a better figure overall. If you're gonna get your kid a Superman toy, I don't know. I'm leaning more towards this one. It doesn't have a function like this does, but I think overall it's just better. Oh, I just have to try this out. Hey, you can. Okay, so if you want to use these effects right here for this Superman, that works out pretty well. Cool. And then there's that DC Superpowers Corn Sweat Superman again, which I am leaving in box. I am so stoked about this Superman movie. I just want to have this in package right over here. Looks cool as is to me. I do want to get this Fortress of Solitude though. That would be a nice accessory to have, you know, for when I eventually get that 7-inch DC Multiverse version. I did pre-order both of those. Then here's the Epic Strike Superman next to my DC Superpowers Superman right over here that I just acquired. And yes, the leg feature still works on this guy. Ah, it makes me so happy. Yeah. And then here's Superman next to the Namor basic figure. And here he is next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. And I'm not doing stop motion or taking photos because this silly toy is just not worth the time. I can't get this guy posed or anything, so it's not even worth taking some decent photos of this thing. I'm not going to pick up another figure like this for a long time. I'm not saying I'll never pick one up ever again, but I was curious. I'm stoked on Superman. I do regret picking this one up. I hope you still enjoyed this video though. So if you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for more adult collectible figure reviews coming your way, and hit that join button if you want to go the extra mile to support. But this right here is, yeah, it costs around $15. And I just don't think it's as cool as this Superman figure here. I don't think it's as cool as this Superman figure right over here, so I just don't think it's worth it. But, you know, for, I imagine my 5-year-old self having fun with this. I can understand it, you know, for little kids wanting to play around with the Superman that could do this. I don't even imagine my daughter's really having a great time with this. I don't know. It's just too floppy in this pre-posed thing with the left arm sticking up. I either have both of the arms up or both of them down. I don't know. It's just kind of dumb, you know. But hey, I'm stoked on Superman. I kind of regret picking this one up, so I may not even keep it. I'll probably give it away. See if my daughters have fun playing with it. I'll find out. But anyway, at the price point around $15, I'm giving this Epic Strike Superman a sud rating of pass. And I'd like to know what you guys think, so let me know in the comment section below. If you want to follow me on social media, check me out over on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and on whatnot. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace! Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.